learnings you
Okay.
get out of Wizarding Worlds and the characters.
Okay.
Because my whole childhood
Nice.
has been around it. It has been a great part of like all the peoples who have been with me. We all have read it. We have all like discussed like if it would have been a life situation for us, how we would have reacted. So somewhere that characters are like our friends. We discuss them a lot. We have not seen the actual movies most of the time, but we have read and discussed the book a lot of times. It's like we have visualized what that world would have been and how we would have fit in them. That how. And I just wanted to share this insight with the world as well, with nine different characters which are of the series and very close to us, like our three protagonists and few other ones also, with a series which we should learn from how the villain of the story can also teach us something.
Oh, nice. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Like it's
Let's see
as
if
per
it
your
was,
perspective. Yeah.
yeah,
We'll wait for some time and then we'll start.
yeah, yes.
Um, so ma'am was saying he made you co-host. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm the co-host, I guess. Yes. We'll see whether like presenting will work. So, yeah, am I like you can see the screen, right?
Perfect, perfect. Yes.
Correct. We'll wait for 5 minutes, and I guess after that we can start like when few people
Yeah.
join. Like, how was your office coming? Like, how was your day like? How was your whole week? Last week presentation was amazing. Like, we get to learn a lot without being there. The presentation was bang on with all the illustrations, with small details and their habits. So, in a new book which you are reading in same format and that you would like to recommend, I would love to hear that thing.
Mm. Thank you. Actually, it's like for all of us, like Dr. Deepika, what she took. So it's her like core interest, and what you are going to tell is your core interest. So that's the best thing what we are choosing, right? Now I can't hear
Yeah.
you.
I guess, yes, it's very correct. We are taking each one's core subject which they prefer.
Yes,
Like instead
yes,
of
yes.
giving any other book, share your story which you like the most.
Yes.
Correct. I guess Kirti ma'am is here. Hello, Kirti ma'am.
Hi, Kitty ma'am.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, perfect. Hello.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good evening. बोलिए.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, hi. Welcome, Shilpa ma'am.
Good evening,
Good evening. Good evening.
everyone.
I think we can start because no, you are not audible. You are not audible.
Am I audible now? Yes.
Yes, now.
Hello, team. It's
Yes,
Dr.
perfect.
Swapnil Deshpande. This is one of initially I was the one who was leading sessions of Kindness Heroes. So this is my first time being in front of you for this wellness library series. So right now we have some amazing speakers in the form of Dr. Pallavi ma'am, Dr. Deepika ma'am, Dr. Like Miss Meenu ma'am. Like she is my Didi actually, so I prefer to call her Didi since a year. So it's Meenu Didi who has given us a wonderful session last time also. And another one surprise element which is coming up next week also. For this week also, we have tried to bring in something new or fresh. As we were talking about the wellness library, we have seen the mythology part. We have seen mythology as, but it's our history. The Ramayana we have seen. We have seen the impact of habits that we had. Now I would like to take you back to a little childhood part of yours. Somewhere it has been a part of your adulthood or a part of your children's life also. That has been the most famous character for all of us. That was the character of Harry Potter and the Wizarding World. The book series has made a huge impact on me since I have been a part of it since childhood. It has given me a lot of life lessons I would like to share, lot of life lessons, lot of memories with my group for being there. So, without further delay, I would like to start you. I would like to introduce a few characters of the series. As you have all been aware of the series, like there was a magical boy who get into this wizarding world and conquer it with his friends and just sheer ambition of being compassionate to all. So, with this thing, I would like to start. Let's take you to the this journey of visiting worlds and let's see a few characters of there. Yes. Yes. Am I audible? Yes. Sorry. Just one minute. I'll start sharing. So coming back, did you all can see the screen, right? Yes. So I would like to take you this life lessons from the wizarding world that like what Harry Potter has taught me. Like sometimes the best lessons that did not come from our textbook or the life around us, but from the pages of the stories and the souls which are written into some immortal books that has been a part of our world culture, not just our culture. For me, the story of Harry Potter is not just the seven book, not just the 50 different characters, not just the Hogwarts wall which it has mentioned, but it's about the courage, choices, and the things I have learned from that characters, which has shaped me in a way that I am the young me and I like to be present. So let me take you from this world, but not as a fan, but as a student life who had learned each and everything, or like I would say something unforgettable from this journey of seven book series. Starting with, yes, I would like to start with the hero of the character, which was the great Harry Potter, the destiny which child has chosen. For the world, he was the child that has been chosen by the destiny for the great journey. But for him, he was just a little boy trying to make a difference in the world and just wanted to know the answers why he was left alone, why his parents didn't was not there for his first day of the school, why was his parents were not there for each of his birthday and all that. So if we see the character which shows was like the power of choices and standing alone. Harry wasn't the most powerful wizard, he wasn't the smartest, but he had one quality that was courage to choose the right part. Always, he has seen most like he has seen the negative. He had both the chances, being negative also and bigot. That was very easy for him to go rogue and all that things. But he always choose to stand with the right and always choose the difficult part of being honest and path of kindness, path of compassion. He taught me like there are few incidences if we see for him. Like if you see the first book, that was the Philosopher's Stones, when he has to face the Professor Quirrell alone, when his friends were left in the dark. If you have read the book or seen the movie, it's a very unforgettable journey there. When he walked into the Forbidden Forest in the Deathly Hollow, that was the last part. So for him, he was always ready to die for the compassion and for the greater good. He taught me that bravery isn't about fighting others, it's about the fighting our fears, your loneliness, and your doubts. Sometimes we all most walk alone in the forest. Trust the love, and truth will follow us, taking us that they say now the best way to finding yourself is to get lost sometimes. That's what Harry taught us most to me. Coming back to the second character, which has given me another life lesson. She was the female lead, or I would say every 90s girls can relate to her, that Hermione. Her character was everything a modern schoolgirl was loved to be. As a millennials, you girls were breaking out of the house. You were the first one who asked the permission to go out of the house. You were the first one to ask for the permission to work. You have not just come out of the houses and carved your future, but you have laid the foundation for the coming generations. The millennial girls of India, which were from the 80s, 90s, 70s, and late 90s, and the first 2000s, have changed the way which we see the world right now. The latest example can be the Field Marshal, Field Colonel Qureshi ma'am, which led the operation of Operation Sindoor right into the heart of the enemies into the Pakistan. Or we can say she was the first millennial lady in the 90s, was the Kalpana Chawla, the first female astronaut of India. There was no one after her, like after 35 years, another male is going down, but she was the first one to lay the foundation in 1984. So Hermione, she wasn't just a girl with her hands always up. She was the one who will always fight for her rights and never back down. She reminded me that knowledge gives you power, but standing to your values is what gives you strength and weightage to your words and knowledge. Even though she was called as Mudblood, she was had sign. From her, I learned that being different isn't your weakness; it can be your magic also. Same way, being compassionate or being kind to others, it's not your weakness, but it's your magic for the world. The third character, which I relate to most, because that was me, the clumsy next door guy, always sitting at the back of the class. But somewhere, just my academics were more than Ron. So I would say I'm the partial Ron, but just an upgraded version which his parents would have wanted. So, first, which I love is that his loyalty for his friends. And even though he has like this insecurity, like being over, you are good enough, but not the top one. Like which you always felt like I am good, but there is always someone better than me in the room, which makes us feel like overshadowed, overlooked. And we struggle with our insecurities. Just like we want to be get noticed. We have all the qualities, but there is always a little bit thing that there is someone better in our room. We feel that thing in our home, in our classrooms, even sometimes with our friend circle also. But even though that all these things, he has most important quality that was always showing up for his friends, even if like you will feel inadequate, you will feel inconvenient. It's showing up for your friends, it's showing up for yourself. Sometimes you feel you cannot do the task. That time you have to just show up and be your biggest hype man. You're your biggest hype man. If you For world to clap for you, you have to first clap for yourself. You have to clap for your friends, then only your friends will clap for you. You have to be there for your friends also. His journey reminds me that friendship matters more than fame. Even than the insecurities, heart can carry the bravest love, or what we say, the insecure hearts will carry the bravest love. We have seen its example, even though he know he would in the philosopher's stone, even though he know he couldn't have won, but he sacrificed himself in that game of board and chess to just push Harry and be the one to be at the end. He has done it countless times repeatedly. And the next part is the protagonist of the journey. As we see, the main character. the Sharma ji ka ladka of the Harry Potter. That's the Dumbledore. He has everything which a person needs. He was powerful. He was in position. He was the most respected, regarded person in the room. Any room he walked in, he owned it. He had, he was, Dumbledore was the wise mentor, but also man full of secrets, but whatever it is. But he was the, like, his character shows us that even if you have all the things in the world, that is charisma, power, knowledge, everything, but there are certain aspects that always keeps you struggling. The things was with Dumbledore, like his relation was strained with his brother. That taught us even if you have everything, but you lost when you lost your friend and the prestigious relation of brother in your life. Then it show he once said, "It's our choice that Harry that shows we truly are, far more than the abilities. Like it's our choices that we choose, even if you don't know how to speak, but showing up for a session or sharing your something you have learned and sharing it to the world is what makes you better." He taught me even the wisest among us have regrets, and that leadership isn't about being flawless, but it's about being accountable. Even if are not the smartest room in the world, but it's your if it's your ability to know that even if you're not the smartest person on the team, but you're the bond that held the team, that is more important. That's what the leadership is all about. Not being the smartest in the room, but being the guiding light, the glue, the backbone. Sometimes you must lead with the examples. Sometimes you make others the example that will lead. Being team leader, it's not always about being at the center of the stage or the center of the podium, but it's about being there and even and making the team the winner, not you being the winner. That was the Dumbledore when he made the three protagonists of the hero story the winners of the book. He, in a way, his story has made the Harry Potter who he was. The next one was our, as we say, the fear of the children's and everyone, the Voldemort, or the say, the Tom Riddle, the boy who was lost in the alleys of the Edinburgh, that small town, where if you walk, if you hear the stories of the J.K. Rowling, the way the Tom Riddle character come into existence, if you walk by that closed alleys of the Edinburgh, it always rains there, it's always foggy there, and it's always the loneliness. That's what we felt every time we walk. That's what every time we feel the void and loneliness when someone screams at us, when someone is not there for us, and someone if doesn't someone show up, even we feel that sometimes even if we have done a lot for others, but no one acknowledges us. That time we feel that loneliness. We sit in that alley just like the Riddle said. So what it shows us, why we feel that way. It's our fear of being left alone, or it's our ego that how I cannot get the acknowledgement. I am the leader. How a leader cannot get acknowledgement. So, as we saw that Harry, who chose the difficult paths, become the hero of the story. Voldemort was has all the characters. He was the wisest in the room. He was the strongest in the room. But if you don't choose the things correctly, if you let your emotions get better out of you, if you get your fear and ego get out of better out of you, that's how you become. That if you fear like you control your choices, you become the prisoner of your own ego. The word which I have used here, which felt, and you doesn't know like for how much time you will sit in that cage looking towards the outer world when I will be the free. But all the times it's just that you had the keys of choices, but you had the fear of not choosing the difficult thing of putting that keys in the lock and get out in the world. So in if we see the Voldemort story, I would always say, even if the path is difficult, we choose to be Harry, not to be the Voldemort, or don't sit in the prison of your own ego. Then there is always, we sometimes feel we are the side characters in our story. we doesn't feel good, how someone will acknowledge us. Same way, this character has a very short screen time in Harry Potter. If you completely count it of the all books or the movie series, he has around 15 pages on his name in that 1000 books and like 7 books, just 15 pages. If you see for the movie, in all that 8 hours of movie marathon, not 8 hours, I guess, 20 hours of movie marathon, he just had a screen time of 20 minutes. But for that thing, you need to understand your your time on earth doesn't matter, but it's your impact, your thoughts that matter, that creates the impact. If we see, he was a free elf, a warrior at the heart. As they say, even if you don't have all the specific things to show up, just be brave, warrior of the heart, brave without a wand, and world will show its magic to you if you just be there. Yes. Finally, the character, which always felt like he was left alone, or the long bottom, as we fell, as we grow up, like we saw, it's Neville's journey is what every second person feels with. We always start clumsily. The forgetful boy who is never there to just be the center of the stage. He wants to live his own life, be in his own world. Sometimes this is what we have to be. If you feel lost, if you feel that you're not going anywhere, just be the Neville of the story. Yes, just as I was saying, sometimes you have to be the Neville of your story. Take a pause, leave for some time, analyze the things, and be in your own world. This little breaks from your life for yourself will create the greater path of you. As they say, as we see, growth is silent, but when it's ready, it roars. But for that thing to grow, you need to give it some time. You have to take this breaks. All sometimes you need that breaks, a little intervals at the lifetime. So Neville is the one who taught me the importance of break in life. You don't have to rush for everything. Everything will come to you at a times they say now. But for that thing to happen, you have to give time to your growth so that when your time arrives, you will not just make a sound, but you will roar for the opportunities. That was the Neville Longbottom for us. And finally, the gray character of our life, the professor which we hate the most, or the person or the situations which we hate in our life the most was the Snape. Sometimes we are the villains in someone's story. Just like we can relate our Snape, Professor Snape, with our parents. He was there always for the Harry. He was the one who take care of Harry through all the difficult times in the life. He was the one who was there for him when no one was there. But still, he was the villain of his story. Same way, our parents are there always for us. They are the one who are there when we take our first step. They are the one who are there when we speak our first word. They are the one to whom we keep always running to show our first grade marks, the just KG1 marks. The kindergarten marks. We feel we have made, like the first sketch we run to show them. The first time we ride a bicycle, we want to show them. The first time we win a trophy or a race, we run to show them this thing. But as we enter into the teenage, the parents turn to Professor Snape, who doesn't understand us, who doesn't want anything good for us, and they become the villains of our story. But in the end, when things come at the age end, just like when Snape was at his last 5 minutes, Harry understood his importance. Same way, we understood the importance of our parents very late. When they get into their late 60s, 17, and we get into our 35s. So, same way, from the Professor Snape story, I would like to learn the most important thing, that is show and express when there is time, because when the time passes, it's only the void that we felt. And from his story is that even he was even if he was the villain, redemption is real. Even if the world is against you, if you're true to yourself, life will turn around. And first of all, and first and foremost, the final things, the mentors of our life, the protectors. So what this are, these mentors of our life, these are not any persons, but our habits in the life, that are which Professor McGonagall noticed. She was the disciplined one, but also the compassionate towards the student. So be disciplined in your life, but don't be disciplined with harshness. Be disciplined with compassionate for you, compassion for your life and for the people around you. Hagrid is the one which should be the backbone. He was the true backbone of the story. He was the true person who made the Harry who he was. He was the one who showed up for his 10th birthday when no one was there. He was the one who took him to the Hogwarts. Same way we have to show up for our life. Same way we have to show up for our people whom we love the most. That is to show them love without the conditions. Don't put any conditions to it because it has no bounds. And finally, even if you struggle in the life, struggle with grace. Don't just struggle, improve with the time. That's what all Harry Potter has taught me. So, same way, I would love to hear some insight from you also, from your story or your book or anything you would like to share about it. So, for that thing, I would like to, if anyone want to speak, they can share their stories of Harry Potter also, or the favorite book they like the most also. Yes,
Swapnil, it was really good, amazing. Oh my God, I was like thinking the flashes were coming, like when you were telling about Harmony or Harry Potter. So there were flashes were coming. Again, I can't hear you. I'm like sometimes it
yes. No, no,
goes.
no.
Yeah.
The Hermione character.
So yeah, Hermione. So like और एक एक कैरेक्टर को कभी सी वी सी द मूवी विद द एंटरटेनमेंट पार्ट ऑफ इट लाइक ओके अभी क्या
Yes,
होगा एंड इट्स कॉज इट इज सस्पेंस एंड थोड़ा सा हॉरर भी लगता है बीच बीच में सो उस सेंस में
yes,
रहता है बट अगर हम उसे लर्निंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें लाइक इट इज मे बी कॉज दे लाइक यू हैव सीन मेनी टाइम्स then you can
yes,
take out the learnings out of it. It was amazing. It was amazing, seriously.
yes.
एंड वी नेवर थिंक लाइक कि कोई विलन के बारे में हम निकाल के पाते हैं कि उसके हैबिट्स गुड हैबिट्स और उसके
Yeah,
क्वालिटीज इट वाज अमेजिंग सीरियसली व्हाट यू सेड कि डार्केस्ट लाइक देयर आर पीपल लाइक मैं इसको लिंक कर पा रही हूँ पेरेंट्स लाइक स्पेशली फादर्स आई वोंट से
yes,
बट देयर आर समटाइम्स फादर्स बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट होते हैं एंड देयर इज ऑलवेज लव इन डार्कनेस दैट्स व्हाट यू
yes,
सेड सो कई बार पापा लोग अपने एक्सप्रेशन एक्सप्रेस नहीं करते हैं बहुत प्यार करते हैं अपने बच्चों से सो यस आई कैन रिलेट इट विद दैट
yes. Thank you. Yes. Anyone else has to share?
कीर्ति मैम आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे
I guess that's it for today then. We are closing in our time of 8:30 today. Yes.
थँक्यू स्वप्नील सर. मी हॅरी पॉटर वगैरे बघितलेलं नाही आहे, पण माझ्या मुलीला खूप आवडतं ते. सो आज मला कळलं की का आवडत असेल.
हॅलो डॉक्टर स्वप्नील. हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
सेम. मी अजूनपर्यंत हॅरी पॉटर मूवी पाहिली नाही आणि पुस्तक पण वाचलं नाहीये, पण तुमच्याकडनं मला खूप काही म्हणजे एक पिक्चराइज त्याच्याबद्दल तयार झालं. थँक खूप छान पद्धतीने तुम्ही सांगितलं आणि कॅरेक्टर बद्दल पण म्हणजे मुलींना किंवा न्यू जनरेशनला ते का आवडतं ते ह्याच्यावरनं कळलं. सेम.
Yes, I thought it was a bit off top. Like most of the people have not been to that book series, but it was very close to me. So that जो like I thought कि जे मी शिकलो ते सगळ्यांनी शिकावं. That's why I choose this settled topic of the book Harry Potter.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. You bring this thing to us and the world. Thank you.
That's it for today then. We are closing in our time. For like we will be again back with another wonderful journey in for the next week with another book with the Wellness Library. And I would like to say we are bringing in a surprise element for the next week by one of our esteemed mentor, Dr. Suman Daga. She will there to let us know the importance of a beautiful chapter for Indian mythology. That's all the secret that I would like to reveal in this uh, end of this session. So see you all same time next week between 8 to 8:30 for another session of Wellness Library. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye